This is the YouTube video for the trail option and real-time option for the last pick game. I'm going to start by clicking on the trail option in the red stripe. Here we see it executed only the first 9 instructions of the program. The first one being main program P0, instruction 0. Every cycle it will start again at this instruction. There are about 20 cycles per second. Well, it did this instruction which would go to AA if task were 0. But we see the next instruction doesn't start with AA, it's just instruction 1, so it did not do that branch. Then it went to instruction 2, which says if game number is equal to was game number, go to AC. Well, it did go to AC. So it jumped from instruction 2 to instruction 9 of the main program. There it did the notes, and then the next thing it does has to do with the YouTube videos. Well, I know it's going to return here and be at instruction 11 of the main program, so I'm going to advance 9 till I see it come to 11. Alright, here it came back to 11. Here's where it returned, and now it's back. And this instruction also has to do with the YouTube videos. If show YouTube is equal to 1, meaning show the videos, go to BE. Well, we're not concerned about that, and it didn't go to BE. The next one, though, instruction 12, says if the level number is equal to 5, go to AH. Well, it did go to AH. AH is gone to because the game is over. When it's at level 5, that's the end of the game. So there it says it's going to go to subprogram 1, tab 3, or we refer to it as routine 103. And sure enough, that's where it's at. In the very next line, it says I'm in subprogram 1, line 92, which is the beginning of tab 3. And here we see it going. Now let's continue on and see it stays in there. Alright. Here it's still there in 1, and it's going through the instructions in order. It's putting the pictures on the screen because the game is over. It's going to show all the pictures. Well, let's keep going on. I'm going to keep watching it. I'm going 9 at a time. 9 at a time, 9 at a time. Well, we see it's doing each picture in about every 9 instructions. It's in a loop here. We can see it. Next I, 14, 1 at a time. So that must be it doing these pictures. We'll keep going through there until it ends. Alright, it ended with that. And now it's doing this. It just put this on the screen here. It says next game. There's the next game. And up here's the color where it made this blue rectangle. And we'll go another 9. Alright, then it went home. And it left that routine. But the very next thing is line 17 in the main program. And there it does another call. It calls routine 104, which is subprogram 1, tab 4. And the next thing we see, it's in subprogram 1 at tab 4. And here we say I'm making a font. And it says click count. Well, here we see. It said click count. We advance 9 more. And we see it put the 7. Here's the text line that says put a 7. And it put the 7 down there. Then we see it say go home again. Goes home, so it goes to the main program. Instruction 18. And there it calls subprogram 1 tab 5, which we call routine 105. And the next thing we know, that's where it is. It's in subprogram 1 tab 5. And let's see what it's going to be doing now. Okay. Oh, it's making these boxes. I It's boxing every one of the pictures. You might call that framing them. And it looks like it takes about 9 instructions to do each one. I click clean. Oh, no, not quite 9. I'll click it till it goes out of there. I see it doing. Oh, now I see it ended the loop. And here it's going home. And when it went home, it went to the main program, instruction 19. Then instruction 20, 21, it's staying in the main program now. Going to advance it 9 more. Right, 21, oh, here we go. Oh, I see. We exited. I wonder why it still showed those instructions. That's it. It went through the entire cycle, and this is what it looks like when it's done. Alright, now I'm going to turn off the trail, and let's say we wanted to change something in this picture. Well, let's take something simple that we can find. We want to change the color of the next game here. Well, how do we find that? We could go to the program and start searching through it, or we could go to the trail, and I'll go 90 at a time till we get there. Well, we didn't get there. Oh, on the second 90, we went past it. So I'll turn the trail off, turn it back on again. I know I can jump 90, and then I can jump 9 at a time, less than 10 times, and I'm going to get there. There I am. So now I'm at this position. Now I could go to the program and change this. And I can do that simply by clicking here on any one of these lines, and I'm going to click on this one where it says add the XS7. I know that's where it indents here to say next game. So I click there. I'm going to turn the trail off, and I'm going to go to the program. And it's going to be just at that line. So I didn't have to go searching through the program to find out where it made that box and where it put the text in there. I could go on the trail, click on the line where I want it to go to, and click on program, and that's where it's going to go. So here I could make changes to it. For instance, I could change the size of the font, or here I could change the color of it. Remember, it was red. Well, I'll make it yellow, or a yellow type color. I'll change that from 700 to 770. And that, I'll replace that line with 770. There it is. Now I'll execute the program. Now you see the text changed to yellow. So I could use the trail to go find the instructions that were making this box and putting the text in there, and then click on the line that I wanted and click on program, and it would go right to that line, and I could change it. Well, there's another way I could do more directly. I could go to the trail. Now I know I could go 90 of them, and then a bunch of 9s till I get to that box. Now I'm at the box. Now what I could do is just click on one of these lines, end the trail, but instead of having to go to the program, I could go right to real time and click on it. Well, it took me right there also. Here I am, and there's the X, there's the font, and here's that 770 that I changed it to. But now I could show you I can change it back again by taking that 7 away and putting a 0 there. Now it's back into being 700, which is red, and no blue and no green. So there's two ways I could go to an instruction and make changes to it. Real time only allows you to make changes to what we call given values. These are all given values, and it highlights them in the orange box, so you know those are values you can change. Now, you can do real time directly, and that is I could go to the program, and when in the program, I can go around to where I want. and say, well, I want to change this line here, but I'm not sure what font size I want to use. See, it's a font line. And I could click the line when I'm in the program. And then I could go to execute the program and click on real time. And there I am at that font size. And then I could say there and say, I'm going to make that much bigger. Oh, well, yeah. I just wanted to show you that I could. But I'm going to change it back again. Oh, and I want to point out the fact that when you make changes using real time, those changes are really made. If you went and saved the program, those new changes would be saved with it. Alright, so there's another way you can use real time. It will always go to the last line that was yellow highlighted. Alright, this is the end of the video for the trail option and the real time option for last pick.